Hello everyone and welcome back to the Atelier Nikazuki live stream. It's currently 10:30, so I'm going to be on for about an hour just so I'm not up too late tonight. Well, hopefully. I'm just making sure that this is actually getting broadcast here because I want to post the link to Instagram. Oh my goodness. Nope. Get out of here. YouTube's like, I refuse to do what you're asking of me. There we go. Okay. I feel like I'm tired of seeing tote bags, kitty. Yeah, I know. Okay, let's get this done. Actually, no, I'm not that tired of tote bags. I like tote bags. And we definitely need a restock on them, so. Ugh. The chair is like, I don't want to move. Why would you make me move? Okay, the one thing I did need to check was if we've already done one of the patchwork cats. So we're just gonna pop it back here. Along with the fabric for it. Like I said, I do have some duplicates, but we're gonna leave them till the end, which probably means that they're not gonna get sewn, but that's okay. They're prepped to go for the next round, but just for now, they'll be like, meh. Okay, this one needs a trim down here. Canvas is a little bit too wide. Quinn, hey. Hey. Don't chew plastic. Apparently does not have the brain cell right now. One moment. Hey. Out of the box. You don't need to eat plastic. You already consume enough plastics. Do not worry. And yes, I'm totally chilling down here in my PJs because I didn't want to come back down in my shorts. Glenn. Goodness gracious, he's going to be a pest tonight apparently. It's like, I am going to destroy everything. Okay, ready. Ready. Good. I think this one has black handles. Yeah, I thought it was black handles. Delicious snack of hash browns cooked in the air fryer with cheese, and like the cheese got all crispy and everything like that too. Very pleased. My body is a little bit like, why aren't you in bed? I did have the debate of just going to bed, but I did want to come down and do a little bit of work before. So we're going through and doing a double method of would you call it? Like assembly. So we're using pins for the handles, and then we're going to use clips for the actual like zips, which is what we did earlier. We're nearly through the pile of black, which means that, like, well, I guess except for the ones that are duplicates that I set aside, so that's okay. Guess what this is I'm making sure that the side seams here match up fairly closely. Then we're going to go in, and what I do is I clip based on how everything kind of comes together that way. Doing that seems to be fairly successful is I've been clipping the zipper in first, and then basically we've just been laying the interior fabric on top and going for it. And so far it seems like that has been a decent way to assemble these. Love how the camera has no idea how to deal with this black. That is so blowing out on the white bits. Not true to color for the actual black fabric, but all right. Okay. Gotta do both sides of both zipper edges, and then this is going to look completely different for the other sets of bags that have like finished zippers, because we'll have to do each of these sides separately, at least as far as I know. So I've always done it in the past. So we'll take advantage of it where we can for sure. I don't actually know if this is time saving to do both sides at once. It feels more efficient, but that doesn't mean that it is more efficient. Dahlia. Wait. Oh, okay, Flynn did go away. I'm like, did Flynn leave, or what happened there? this fabric so much. So if you're watching this later, obviously this is not going to necessarily be the most riveting live stream. We're just kind of chilling, I guess would be the best description for tonight. Listening to the cats rattle something around on the floor. Alright. But I figured it was better to come downstairs and do some work than zero work. One of the best descriptions I saw of it was like, if you want to continue to make your business a success, at least in this year, or continue the success, I guess, maybe as well. It was like, don't have any more 0 days. And I have had 0 days, but that's because we've been busy. But I think it was like, it doesn't have to be much, it just has to be something. Same as running, right? Just consistency. So, I'm going to try and recommit to that consistency for the next, well, however long this takes. Goodbye, clip. We barely knew thee. If you're watching this later and you see me complaining about my clips earlier in the day about whether I was going to have enough or not, just remind me to like pick up probably at least half dozen clips that are on the floor right now around and under the sewing machine, because They just like jump out of my hands sometimes. So this one's going to be super easy because its lining is actually in pieces as well. So that's nice, to be honest. Actually knowing that, I might go in future, not for the current set of bags, but like in future, just trim the lining in half as well, and then we can like have a super easy process like this one. Okay, there's only 3 clips on the floor. That's actually impressive. Now we get to move on to the next set of duplicates that we're not going to do all the duplicates of. Woohoo! I like this one. I committed to them at the beginning, and now I'm like, maybe not. I'll clip them at the end of this set, and then we'll figure out if we actually will sew them or not later on. Yeah, because there's Snow White, Frenchie's Snow White, and this guy, and I'm gonna take 2 of this off white and do one with the duplicate that I set aside and one with the one that we're going to clip right now. Okay. There we go. It has black webbing. This one has huge interfacing overhang, so I am going to trim that down because that does get disruptive when I'm actually sewing the bag together. For its side seams. We got the zip here, like this. And we're going to pop this here. Like how this one actually turned out to be practically in the middle. Completely unplanned, obviously. There's that red zipper actually with the bag. Here, let me zoom in on it because it looks really good. Zoom. Oh, too zoom, sorry. There you go. Actually, that's a pretty good view as it is, so we might keep that for a little bit. So that red picks up on the reds in the actual bow here and everything like that, which is super awesome. think I was, yeah, no, that's what happened. Okay, because so I was like, I hit the doldrums in September. It's wild. And I just realized that I did the same thing after Knit City last year as well. As it like took me like a month to recover from that show. Now, yes, we did do Cat Festival in between those two, but like it doesn't feel like much of anything happened in September at all. I guess that might be a contributing factor. That's all like, yeah, it's not going to happen this year. And then that's 100% what happened. Whoops. That was not intended. One of these bags in the stock for me because I am really enjoying it. Sweet. Okay, good. I was like, let's zoom in for a little bit. What's the point of having like a powerful camera if we can't zoom in? Yeah, so the black zips are done except for the duplicates because I pulled the duplicates for now. Mostly to give my, like, yeah, no monotony. Just keep trucking. Variety. And also the show is looming far sooner than I anticipated. So, you know, we'll just do what we can. I don't even have a full count on how many bags I ended up pulling. I know we had 40. And then I added more. So we're probably still around 40 even with the duplicates pulled, which is a significant number of tote bags, to be honest. Okay. So this is that new lining fabric that's working out really nicely. It's kind of like off-white with like some tanny brown splotching. I like how it looks with the bag so far. It's not like competing. It's not too light. It's not too dark. Whole bunch of like factors in it. So, and just having one lining color is going to streamline the process so much. I don't know why I didn't do it before. Now we'll still have fun with like pockets and stuff like that. But this actually will make like choosing pocket fabric a little bit easier too, because it will all just be the same for interior fabrics. So that'll be nice too. All right, I just realized I can actually do it this way. No, I can't. It has to go this way. Yeah, a little bit, right? At least that's the texture, like a grunge texture. Go more elegant, I guess, a marbled look. See, so what popped into my head when you said, when I read grunge, was like the music scene, like music grunge. So Maybe, probably not what you're talking about. But, yeah, let's maybe go with, marbling. Yeah, let's go with marbling. Did I do... I must have done a black zipper or black webbing for these as well, right? Yeah, because they didn't have the bright red. I think. Because I think the red is like... Yeah, it's too red with that. Okay, just to make sure. Although just seeing it on camera. Oh, right. No, we went with the black webbing because the zipper color, like the zipper with that red would have really clashed. Although, I think for actually... Okay, it's okay with the Snow White, but I think the red actually dulls down the Frenchie. Yep, it 100% dulls the Frenchies down. Okay, so those Frenchies are going to get... Okay, so this Snow White can get the red zipper. And the Frenchies, I might do a sand zipper in that then, so that I don't have to like do the black cut anymore zipper. But I was gonna be like, that's good to know for future bags. Doesn't matter, that's the last of that fabric. So, or amongst the last of the fabric. Probably some of the last that's gonna get any kind of zipper in it at least. Webbing. Gotta go back to my streaming. It is not loading that chat at all. That's super annoying. Okay, I'm gonna zoom you out like 2 ticks. Simply because then I don't have to worry that like you're definitely able to see everything. Okay, there we go. I am just beating myself up with everything today, particularly the pins. That'd be far worse, to be honest. Alright, this piece of webbing is fighting me a little bit. It's like, no, that's not where we're gonna go. Okay. Yeah, we do have the blue Frenchies, but I think I decided that they both were becoming gyoza bags. And then we've got lots of other Frenchies, but that's the last of that one. The dapper Frenchie with accessories. In red. Yeah, but then I tend to stab myself when I'm like at the sewing machine. Trust me, I will stab myself no matter how the hell I pin my pins, that's for sure. It's annoying. I'm not annoyed at you, I'm annoyed at the pins. very good reasons why I went to the clips as much as possible. What would most help is having pins that weren't so sticky. So I'm trying to keep note of the ones that are like giving me issues when I'm actually pinning them in. Okay. Where did the zipper go? Okay. Down here. Okay, there we go. Seriously, it's, yeah. It's also like 10:30 at night, so, well, 11 now, and that's not helping anything. It's also why I will not be on too much longer. But again, I want to get a little bit of work done. Especially because actually I do want to be up into bed in the next little bit because the kiddos have been waking up early. And I don't want to elevate their distress by not being in bed. Especially our youngest recently. I think they're going, I can't tell what's going on, but they've been waking up just like almost terrified. That better be my cat upstairs. I'm going to just assume it's the cat. There's no crying, so it's not a child, at least. I think what I'm going to do this week is I'm going to actually, now that I formulated that, I'm going to put Dallas on bedtime duty. And I'll come down and sew for a little bit. Oh no, I didn't leave myself enough zipper there. One moment. It is really hard growing up. I don't blame them. I just wish I knew what it was so that I could help. The other night it was because they were out of water, so I was able to resettle them and actually put them back in their bed, but that I think only lasted like another sleep cycle, so about 45 minutes or so to an hour. It's just been a rough sleep week for all three of us, so I think having Dallas home will help significantly. My eldest tonight was like, I want to give Daddy a big hug when we pick him up tomorrow, and I'm like, okay. Very concerned that making sure that if we go to the zoo that we're going to pick him up afterwards. Actually, they really wanted me to pick him up before, but I'm like, I can't. He's not coming in till the afternoon. So we'll see how tomorrow morning goes too. If we even get out the door, who knows? Before pickup time, at least. I saw that fabric shuffling on the video, and it freaked me out because I just caught it out of the corner of my eye. Okay. Last one there. Flip it and line it up. Oh, so we sold one of the Sheena, the rainbow iridescent Sheena at the cat festival. And then I just got a message from a knitter being like, I'll be at Shindig, and I want this other one, which was the not iridescent one, that one with that really cool middle design, which thankfully I still have on hand. So, lessons learned about how to sew the Sheena better. We will be restocking Sheena in the new year. Maybe. We'll be restocking Sheena because I really do like that bag. I just hate sewing all those curves. Damn curves. Why do they have to look so appealing in a sewn product? Seriously. Why can't it all just be straight lines? This is a problem child one. The Frenchies. So it's just, get out of here. Okay, now we're into the ones where I think, oh right, I discussed this. I could make this an actual separate zipper. Or separating zipper, or zipper tape, because I could just trim the ends off. But I'm like, do I want to do that and have to redo all these zipper pulls? Or do I just want to pin these like I did before, with it being one side and then the other side? It would be faster for now. It would mean more disruption later, but I think the rest of these are all closed end zippers. So let's just do it the way that, let's just do it how I used to do it. Yes, we're going to use tape, and we're also, because I sewed it end to end, the other thing that we're going to change is I'm going to sew it center out. So that's the other big thing that'll change, and I think that'll help me a lot as well. And we just have to figure out which bags are going to become Sheena, and we're going to do the mini traveler sling, or the traveler slings as well. Then, oh no, I'll have to get more obi and kimono. Why am I doing this without the handles? Yellow handles. Doo, doo, doo. Nope, we're not cutting. I'm just gonna do it like I used to do it. Pre-zipper tape. Talked myself out of it. I'm gonna go into the selvage a little bit here because the selvage is so generous. Although it is freaking adorable. How many people are actually upset if there's selvage in the project? Because like this one makes sense. It's just this great big white space. But the other one's got like the actual polar bear. How many people actually realize that it's not part of the design, I guess, too, maybe. No, we'll skip some of it. Because I'll know, and that would be annoying. It's more just for, like, where do I line the webbing up anyway. Okay. The thing about cutting it too for me is that how much would you want to bet I would lose it and be like, where's the zipper pull? Would it be enough to let me hire a housekeeper? Because that would be amazing. Or enough to like let us both hire housekeepers? That would be even better. Yeah, definitely calling it at 11:30, so that's like 15 more minutes. But hey, we've gotten far more done than I actually anticipated getting done, so that's nice. I always appreciate that sort of thing. Are we ignoring the fact that the fabric is wandering off this direction? Yes, I will rectify that in sewing, hopefully. I guess we'll find out. Wrong way. Color, side, curved side, down. Curved side, down. Because then when I'm sewing, it's easy to pull the clips off. Curved side, down. Curved side, down. Sounds like some sort of nursery rhyme song, as I still don't get it correct there. Oy, oy, oy. Okay. There's one done. Sakura next. And this one we went with the pink webbing, right? I think. Yeah, that looks right. Why is this one so long? Oh, because it's stuck. Okay. I was pulling one of the teal ones too. I don't think I do either. I'm actually kind of worried about that. But it's like 16 months, so it's also like, oh, okay, just suck it up and make do. Make do with what I have. It's not even making do. It's just using what I have. I did actually get a really cool suggestion. There's a Buddhist temple down in Lethbridge. I do not like Lethbridge, but it's a Buddhist temple that does a kimono sale or everything Japanese sale in November, which is actually really neat. So people like donate their stuff or set up tables or something and sell their items. Although I think it might be on the same day as a pop-up. So I'm like, okay, not in the cards maybe for this year, but maybe for next year. That would be pretty cool. I feel like I should make some tote bags out of the obi as well, just because it's like straightforward, easy, and another price point as well. Still a little bit like not this style tote bag, probably like the more of the luxe tote bag style. I think that would be a nice addition to the shop as well. Because, you know, I just complained that I may not have enough obi, and then I'm like, wait, we should do this. That's always how it goes, though. And actually, the passport holders would look spectacular. And actually, I think that would be a good use for a lot of people, because I think a lot of people are still a little bit concerned that I'm like upcycling obi. And I was a little bit at the beginning too. I was kind of precious about them and stuff like that, but now I'm like, nope, too much fabric waste. Go even in Japan for the kimono and obi. So we're just gonna do it. I need to find the stats on it. I think it's like, it was quite a bit. Can't remember exactly what it is, but quite a few are thrown out every year. Now, granted, they do get worn out, but there's also just lots that just are like exactly what we use. So, but anyway, I think a passport holder might be a really good in-between product as well. Yeah, Lux, like with the canvas interior and canvas interior, but then we'll do like the waxed canvas bottom, I think, just for that elevation again, because the canvas would look fine, but I think taking it that extra step would be good. Exactly. And I always think of it this way too, of like what stories could these obi and kimono tell us? Like, obviously I don't have any of the stories, right? But it's just kind of cool to think about. And there was a woman at the cat festival, and she's like, oh, if I wasn't going to get haunted from beyond the grave for upcycling the stuff, I would be doing this. Like, well, work on your mom then, because the mom's still around. She's like, yeah, I doubt it'll happen. I'm like, that's fair. But my big thing ended up being, it's like, I never wear them here because, like, what do I wear them to? And because I'm tall and larger than an average Japanese woman, they're too short and, like, not enough to technically go around my width. Circumference, I guess, not my width. So there's that as well. I still have reserved back the ones that, like, are special. So the first one I bought and wore, the one that I wore continuously while I was there because it was so spectacular, and the long-sleeved one that I wore for my graduation ceremony from the university I attended. Oh my goodness, the one with the long sleeves, what are they called? They're special. I can't even remember. I'm like, what popped into my head is Furushiki, and that is definitely not it. Furusode, that's what it is. So it's ones with, like, the sleeves that, like, go down to your knees, basically. It's got butterflies on it. They're really gorgeous. Probably completely out of, like, fashion, which might be the part that, like, offends Japanese people the most when there's foreigners wearing kimono. But it is spectacular, so. And I still always think of the Oba-chan, or the grandma, the older lady on the train. And we were going into Kyoto one day, and we were dressed up in kimono, and all she said was like, "Oh, you're good daughters." And it was like, oh. That was super cool. Alrighty. Now that we only have to pin one side, these are just, like, cranking along. It was super nice of her because it's like, you're like this very obvious foreign person in Japan wearing their traditional dress. And yeah, that's what she said. And it's like, oh, obviously it made, like, a massive impact on me because I'm still thinking about it 15 years later. So, yeah. Okay. Just, to be honest. Let's go one. I was like, we're just about there. And then nope. No, we're not. We're going to have probably one more day of pitting, or another, like, half day of pinning and clipping in webbing and zippers. So I think the trajectory of getting tote bags and reversible drawstring bags done for Shindig is probably about correct, at least. Now that we're, like, out of the cutting studio and actually actively working on stuff. Yeah. I guess we'll find out next week when the panic sets in. I believe Shindig is, like, less than 2 weeks away now. It's like, oh, that snuck up on me really hard. I think it was one of those bad situations where it's like, oh, it's still September. I've got lots of time, like on September 30th. And it's like, Shindig's on October 19th. Ah. which is still 20 days, but I only have like 6 full work days in, not even 6 full work days in that 20 days. So, and now we're down to like 3 full work days left. No, 2 full work days left. So I think it's supposed to be really nice weather all week. So I don't really want to spend any time downstairs. So yeah, so like I want to go out and explore with the kids in Dallas while it's still really nice outside. Because if we're going to have plus 20 in October, we should take advantage. As much as I'm still looking at it like, oh, please snow soon. I don't want to say that, but we need moisture. It's way too dry right now. That would have been impressive. I am 5'9", and it was still like, I think the only kimono that I had that I could actually have the proper fold on was the Fibre Shindig. I'll have to do a tour on the ones that I actually kept, actually. Given that we just cut up one for a bunch of the bags. Worth it. But yeah, maybe I should pull the other ones out and we'll do a tour. I can't dress myself in them to save my life anymore. If I do it, then I actually take it to the kimono dresser that's in Calgary. But yeah, we could still chat about them. Right, brown. I'm like, what color should I choose for these? But right, it was brown. Yeah, I bet that would be. The thing about it too is that they move very differently when you kneel down in them because they start to split. We ended up getting so basically I went and did a geisha dance in each of the districts in Kyoto because all of them still host geisha dances. Or geiko dances, whichever you're more familiar with Kyoto. Typically they're referred to as geiko in Kyoto. So more, rather than like, I think sha is more like master of the arts and geiko is child of the arts, which is just really cute. And not in an infantilizing way either, from what I can tell, as in a like you're learning of the arts sort of way, I guess. At least that's how I always took it. I don't know anyone's opinion on it, but that's my 2 cents. Anyway, yeah, the one dance that we went to, we ended up having kneeling seats in the special section. And I, of course, this was the one time that I was dressed in kimono for any of these. Well, second time I was dressed. First time that I attended one of these in a kimono. And oh my goodness, was that ever hard. It's like, plus on top of it, I was not, like, I'm not used to sitting, kneeling. What just flashed through my head was, not even a lot of Japanese are probably used to it because there's that running joke in Sailor Moon about her, Serena or Usagi not being able to, like, kneel for the tea ceremony in one of the episodes. Which is really funny. Now that I actually think of it. We were out with one of Dallas's coworkers the other day. Him and his wife are going for a trip in November. They were supposed to go in July and it fell apart. And I'm like, honestly, that is actually, November's a way better decision. Just weather-wise. But yeah, it's interesting how he got to it because he's always been interested in like karate and like a different field of it. I'm like, yep, mine definitely was Sailor Moon and anime It still is to a point, but not as much as it used to be. Okay. One and one. Holy shit. I had a hard time as like a C. Oh no. Well, okay, a C and like a waist. I think the bigger thing is not how large your chest is in some ways, but it's the waist and the like differentiation, because basically the kimono is built to fit a cylinder. And so like typically they pad themselves out too, but the larger difference you have obviously between the two is the harder it's going to be. So yeah, being that large is not going to help. But yeah, and even just the differentiation between bust and waist is going to be add that difficulty as well. Whew. All right, this is going to be the last one for tonight. Because A, I am running out of energy to talk, and B, I am running out of energy to just even sit here. So let's do the floral wreath cats, and then I will not be on tomorrow for sure. And watch this channel for when I'll be on next. I'm gonna try and get on in the evenings at least. We'll see how this whole week kind of pans out. Dallas has a race on Sunday, and it's Canadian Thanksgiving this weekend. Which means also the kids are out of school on Monday, which I keep forgetting about. It's been 2 weeks back to back of like stat holidays here, so it's like, all right. Buckle in, I guess. All right, last clip in. I'll give you a count on what we've got left, because why not? I'm curious too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Looks like 10 without the duplicates, so that's not too bad. We'll be able to wrap up on those pretty quick. So yeah, definitely bedtime. I will chat with y'all probably in a couple days, and I hope you have a good time without me and with me. Anyway, have a fantastic day or whatever, whenever you are, and I'll see you all soon, and I'll chat your ears off all again soon as well. Bye.